Hi guys, welcome back to our walkthrough of Elden Ring. We are on episode number 10, and we're making good progress. Did quite a few catacombs last time. We are currently in the Tombsword catacombs, and we're just kind of directly from this Church of Pilgrimage. You just come right in here. And last time we fought the Erdtree, we did the Moor Tunnel, and we kind of knocked out some of this other stuff, the baptismal church, the Ailing Village. Yeah, we're making some pretty good progress. We only have a couple more things to do down here on this bottom area. Actually, we finished this Tombstone ruins as well. So we really just have this Weeping Evergold left. This top area up here, we can come up here. There's not really anything up there, but we will after we finish this catacombs. How many runes do we have? Not a lot. Alright, so for this catacombs, I think it's skeletons, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check and see if this is a door that I want to open. 1 second. I don't believe it is. Tombsword catacombs. I believe just has... Let's see. I think it's just a cookbook. If I remember correctly, yeah, it's just a cookbook. It has the rancor pots in it, which we don't really need. So we're not going to worry about the door ahead of us. But there's a Stonesword key door. You can come in here and get that cookbook if you want. I don't really think it's worth using a Stonesword key for, but you definitely can. So we have Sacred Weapon on our Morning Star. So if this is a skeleton's, we're going to be better to use it. Yeah, I believe it is. Alright, so let's get Grape Glovewort. So the Sacred on it. Gonna kill them and they're not gonna revive, so here you don't have to kill them twice, which is nice. I'm just gonna try to quickly kill as much of this as we can so I don't have to use the Ash of War a bunch. Okay. While we're still glowing here. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up everything now. Another Ghost Glovewort this time. Should be one more back here. And then that's where we came down. That's where those two guys were at. So anyway, I started blasting. Let's get this. Okay, kill that one. Let's just wait for this to go and then run up. This little alcove here where there's going to be a couple of these guys. Just watch out for the trap. Run up and just give this little bonk here. Another skeleton. Come down this way, there should be a few more. Prattling Pete. Let's get these guys. And you can see the Sacred Damage is doing some pretty good work. That is a random drop, the Grossamere, so don't rely on that. Okay. We're just kind of quickly running. You can take the elevator up by just hitting it and it'll start moving. I got enough for at least one more cast of this thing. Be wary of behind. those guys. Go down here, and there's our boss door switch. Okay, grab that great violet and just go ahead and run back up here. Past all of the things that we killed already. There's our boss door. So if you want to heal, just go back up. This is what I was talking about before. You kind of come back up and rest, and that way you don't have to worry about utilizing your flask and that kind of stuff. I don't remember what is in this catacombs exactly. You could get your summons out for the boss if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and just buff up. And let's use our flask. Careful. And you can see the holy damage does quite good against this undead stuff. Alright, Llutell the Headless. That is one of our legendary summons. I think that's our first one. Alright, we'll get the root resin. And out of the entrance we go. So Llutell is going to be probably your best summon at this point in the game. It does require 104 FP, so we only have 78. We're not going to be using that anytime soon. I also want to show you what this does as well. You can use those for like PvP and stuff, PvE, whatever. Just to kind of like say stuff to people if you want. It's kind of silly. Alright, so the only thing I believe we have left is the Weeping Evergoal. So how many Stone Sword keys do we have? I think we might have one. We have two. Alright, so we'll go ahead and burn one. For that, so we're going to go up here to this fourth church. And I don't think we have enough to level up. I'm going to walk off this edge over here. Let's go down this way. And see how we don't have a way to enter here. We've got to go up into this with the Stone Sword key. Alright, we'll switch back to our other weapon. Let's go into the Evergel. So remember, the Evergel bosses, they don't allow you to use summons, so if you've been using summons, you might have a bit of a harder time here. Let's switch to our dagger and cast Golden Vow, and then back to our main. And we're going to go ahead and drink our flask, use our blood grease, and get ready to fight. So, Ancient Hero Zamor. This guy has frost on his weapon, so be careful. He does hit a little hard. Also, that kind of shimmer there that you see, that is the edge of the map, so you won't be able to go farther than that. Careful with the frostbite. Get some distance and heal. You get a chance, you can refill your blue. Ooh, frostbite. Oh, great. Almost got frostbitten. Watch out for that attack. Last healing. Oh no, we got frostbitten. And got him. Another boss down. And that is one of the legendary talismans. So radagon sorseal. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. So that one is going to raise attributes but also damage taken. So as you can see, it increases our vigor, our endurance, our strength, our dex. So this one is pretty good. And it's probably better than what we're using at the moment, the raw stat points. But you do increase your damage taken, so be careful. But it's also increasing our HP by like 300. So I'm going to switch to that for now. You can see how much bigger our health bar is. But if you're uncomfortable with the extra damage taken, you know, feel free to stick with whatever you were using before. Should be able to level up now. Put 1 point in faith. Gets us to 15. That's kind of where we're going to stop, and then we're going to start pumping our vigor up to 30. Go down here to this merchant. There's nothing really on this coastline. There's like a little gravestone here, and then we can kind of go up there if we want, and just kind of check out some of this stuff. Does the merchant have anything else that we want? Some sort of keys. And again, this Lyhander is a really big chunky weapon if you want something with more range. Right over here we've got some graves. Plenty of rune items. And we got some wolves. Make our way around this way. I don't think 3 actually has anything. I'm going to check 3 first. There's this item. It's a dragonfly head. Some crafting material. Okay, so there's a land octopus there. I think that... health ball. Fight this guy if you want. Just aim for the face. Stupid dragonflies. So those drop the land octopus ovaries, which you can use for crafting. I think that's pretty much all that's over here. Pretty sure. Alright, let's go back to this little hut over here. Mostly just be careful of the guy on the horse. Tower of Return. Now, this one is a trap. So, didn't expect city. Beware of trap. So you can open this and it will take you to a different area if you want to. There's going to be a lot of these traps like this. Alright, killed everything, heal up. I'm going to let it take me just so you can see where all it happens, but you don't necessarily have to. You can also roll away from these so that they don't ensnare you. So, as you can see, we are way away from home, right? And, you know, I'm not going to rest at this grace, but I am going to go ahead and activate it. Just in case. And I'm going to switch to my handy dandy. You don't have to fight this guy. You don't even have to come over here if you don't want. Alright, so charged attack. Charged attack. And they fall. Over to the other side. That was too slow. As you can see, these guys hit quite hard. And roll. Careful. Charged attacks. Try and get like 3 of them in. Heal up. And you gotta be on the other side of them and hit the belly. I just gotta see which way they fall. I'm always on the wrong side when I get to these guys. And roll. Be careful, don't get knocked off here. trying to do. You kind of almost stagger lock them if you're actually accurate at hitting them. Oof, but be careful because they do hit quite hard. Ooh, especially that. But as you can see, I mean, you know, those guys drop a pretty good amount of runes. And yeah, basically, there's nothing you can really do up here at this point. Those are certain death. Kind of give you a preview, though, of what's to come. So this is kind of the capital. And as you saw, I did not rest here. This will not work. It is closed. You can kind of see, you know, a little bit about what's going on up here. Some nice and scary stuff, right? But we cannot warp without resting. All right, so we're gonna have to rest or die, one of the two. That's why I said you don't have to come up here. I'm going to just die so that I don't end up progressing the story, because I don't know for sure if it does, but actually it might bring me back to that grace. I'm very curious. Since I activated it, in any regard, I would not use that trap if I were you. Yep, it brings me back. So I'm gonna have to rest. Alright, well, if you came up here, it progressed the story. It's not a big deal. It just changes some of the stuff. But, you know, if you didn't, you know, then don't rest. Once you rest, you can see how it doesn't have the little slash through it anymore. Now you can fast travel. But that probably will progress the story. I believe we're done with the lower half now. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any other caves down here. There might be one more Nightbird here, maybe. Let's just take a look and see. So first things first, I'm going to level up, and like I said, I'm going to put Vigor. And then I'm going to switch my Ash of War back to where this has my Sacred Sword. And then I'm going to pass time so that it's nighttime. I don't know that there's another Deathbird up here, but I am going to see. For science. No? No deathbird? Okay. There's another grace over here. If you want it. Go ahead and activate that. I don't think there's another cave over here, but I'm gonna look. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so that should be everything here in this lower area. I'll double check that later and make sure, but... Alright, time to start progressing our way through this area. We're going to go to the first step here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do the other knight. So there is a... Right here on this bridge, there's another Knight Rider. That seems like a good thing to end the episode on. This one's a little easier than the other one, in my opinion. Ride past everything and then get ready for Knight Rider time. Be careful. Okay, another Knight Cavalry down. And that one drops repeating thrust, which is a pretty nice Astral War. Okay. So that is the first one down here. Let's go back to this Church of Ella. And let's say about blade. Okay. Holy water pots, bone arrows. Need any of this stuff right now? Rest. Pass time till morning. Okay. And I think that's where we'll leave it. Pick up next time. We'll do some more boss fighting in this top area. Thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Leave us comments if there's anything you'd like to see that I maybe missed or forgot about in the bottom area, or if you want to see a demo of a weapon or something. Until the next time, we'll see you later.